Hi guys! Raisa here. Welcome back to my channel. Pagpasensyahan nyo na ang aking kwarto today because it's a mess. Like here, I'm going to do a haul later. So, andyan siya. Meron akong charger ng laptop dito kung nakikita ninyo. And I have stuff in my room. So, yeah. But anyway, this video is about the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer plus concealer. So, iti-test out natin itong foundation na to. This has been out for quite some time now, last year. I'm super late in the game, pero ang tagal ko nang hinol ito guys, parang last year ba, if I'm not mistaken. Pero hindi ko pa siya nagagamit. Hindi ko pa siya nagagamit kasi hindi ko pa siya nare-review. So, this is going to be a first impression. I have it in the shade 02 or natural. So, yun ang kanyang shade. It claims to be medium to full coverage, lightweight, oil-free formula. It is long-wearing, water-resistant, and sweat-proof. So, water-resistant daw siya. Actually, mas maganda to kung sa summer natin siya tinest out. Pero medyo tag-ulan na ngayon. I really hope this shade matches me kasi medyo hirap din ako mamili dahil nga online ito, guys. Online lang siya available. So, yeah, online makikita nyo to. I'm pretty sure less than 500 pesos na lang to. The packaging looks like this. It has a, it's actually a pretty sleek packaging, no? Parang, it's the conventional packaging that we usually get with foundations. Parang siyang may gradient effect, no? From the concealer up to the cap. It is contained in a glass bottle. It has a pump right here na medyo unique yung shape ng pump niya. Kung familiar kayo sa reviews ko, alam nyo na kung ano mga problema ang i-conceal natin. Redness right here, pimple marks over there. I have veins here, redness all over, and some dark under eyes. This side we are going to use a sponge. On this side we are going to do a brush or use a brush para alam natin kung saan mag-a-apply ng mas maganda itong foundation. Okay. I hope this matches me. Yung kanyang formula, hindi siya runny at all. Hindi siya nahuhulog. Para siyang may konting pagka whipped and moussey. Not moussey actually, it's just a whipped liquid foundation. Para siyang ganun. By the way guys, before we start, no primer. Wala akong nilagay na primer as per usual. And ako'y naglagay lang nitong aking Celatec moisturizer. The usual again. So yeah, let's see. So may pagka-yellow undertone nitong natural. We'll see. Feeling ko naman magmamatch siya sa akin. Although medyo maitim, medyo dark siya sa akin, no? Pero sana hindi siya mag-oxidize or whatsoever. Yung kanyang scent, meron siyang, para siyang may powdery scent. Nothing really bothering. Yeah, but it actually blends out nice. Headband. So this is the first layer. It is pretty sheer on that first layer, pero yeah, it is actually sheer. Kita pa rin yung redness ko right here, and kita pa rin yung redness ng aking nose. But we are going to apply second layer. As for now, medyo may lagkit factor siya, pero it's really lightweight. Hindi ko naman siya nararamdaman sa mukha. Going to do a second layer. Kala ko may itim siya sa akin, guys, pero parang hindi naman. This is the second layer. It is definitely buildable. Pero feeling ko naman is human error yung nangyari kanina. Kasi imbis na i-dab ko, iniswipe ko ng iniswipe. So, napunta lang sa sponge yung aking foundation. So, I suggest, if you are doing that technique, wag. Kasi i-dab-dab nyo lang para hindi ma-absorb lahat ng sponge. But this is the finish right now. It is actually matte. It has a matte finish. This foundation is not liquidy at all. It has a very, very nice coverage. As in, natakpan niya na yung ating mga ganap dyan. Pati yung redness around my nose. But I feel like it is going to cake. Yan. Yan ang feeling ko dito sa foundation na to. Kasi yung kanyang finish is para siyang moussey whip. Para siyang ganun eh. Parang hindi siya moussey. It's just a whip foundation that's a little bit heavy compared to the other foundations that we have tried. Medyo thick siya. So, I just hope hindi siya magkikake at mag-blend out siya sa aking skin. This shade is a tad bit darker on me. Konti lang naman. This could definitely work. Okay naman siya. Hindi naman sobrang halata yung pagkaitim. Pero kung mag-oxidize pa to, hindi na talaga siya magmamatch sa akin. Okay. So this is the side applied using a brush. Mas full coverage ito kumpara natin dun sa ating unang application here. Parang kapantay niya yung second layer nitong foundation. So I don't think I'm going to do a second layer na. And try natin kasi ang experience ko sa mga ganitong formulation ng foundation is kapag in-apply ko yung second layer, doon siya nag-cake up. So, let's try not applying the second layer on this part. Tignan natin kung mag-cake up ba siya dito sa side na to. But it has the same finish and I think application using the brush gave a more coverage. Wala naman siyang streaky. Wala naman akong napansin na pagka-streakness sa kanya. Although meron nung una, but you have to buff it in para ma-blend out mo siya ng maayos. And it applies okay. So, okay lang siya using a brush. But if you want it to be sheer or you want it to just melt or just to blend out quickly on your face, I suggest to use the sponge. But both application, okay siya. It has a matte finish. Not as dewy or not as glowy as the foundations we have tried before. So, mas matte ito. If you really want a full coverage foundation, I suggest you try this foundation kasi kaya niya talagang mag-build up. You know, from sheer, from the medium coverage, kaya niya talagang maging full coverage. But it is literally lightweight. Right now, alam ko na meron akong foundation. Meron akong nararamdaman na foundation. Pero hindi siya ganun kabigat sa feeling. So, okay lang siya. Hindi siya ganun ka-lightweight, pero hindi rin siya ganun ka-heavy on the skin. It is now 11:57 in the morning. 12 o'clock. Yan, 12 o'clock. Magla-lunch na. So, yeah. We'll get back to you guys after some hours for our first update. Hi guys! Down to our first update. Time check muna tayo. It's already 5 o'clock in the afternoon. 5 hours after our application. Ayan. Ang dilim ngayon. Ang kulimlim. Parang uulan. Kaya solely ring light ang ating ilaw right now. Ayan. Anyway, this is what my face looks like. Katulog ako, as per usual. Lagi ako nakakatulog pag nagre-review. It's definitely oily on this part. It is on a heavier formula. Ayan. Hindi siya tulad ng ibang formulation na na-try natin before. Kasi sunod-sunod na halos thin, liquidy formula. Like the L'Oreal Pro Glow and the LA Foundation, LA Girl Foundation, and then the Wet n Wild. Halos pare-pareho yung kanilang formula. This one is different. It reminds me of the formula of the Too Faced Born This Way. Parang ganun siya. So, ayan. Medyo on the verge of breaking down, especially on my nose area. Ayan. Malapit nang mag-breakdown. Malapit nang mag-cake up yung foundation. So far, so good. Kanina pala, hindi ko nabanggit, pero hindi siya nag-cling sa aking dry patches. So, but I suggest you also, you still need to use moisturizer kung meron kayong dry skin. Actually, the coverage is still there. The foundation is still there, definitely. So, may coverage pa rin siya. Wala akong naging problema sa application ng aking blush and all that stuff. And yeah, let's first blot. Nag-transfer siya sa paper. Transfer siya sa... So, it's transferable. It's transferable. Kung meron kayong sasandalan na puti, just take note. Ito guys, yung sinasabi kong medyo nagki-cake up siya. Ayan, as you can see. Medyo namumuo-muo siya up in my nose and in here. I have dry skin again. This is also a creaser. As you can see sa aking under eyes. Hindi ako nag-apply ng ayan, hindi ako nag-apply ng concealer. So, ito lang, foundation yan. So, it is a creaser. Medyo nag-wear out na siya sa nose area and nagsisit na siya on my nose area. As you can see, right here. Pangit tignan nyo, guys. And I am not a fan of this kind of foundations. I think masyado tong heavy para sa akin. Ayan. Ang nakuha ng ating blotting paper. So, yan yung oil na nakuha ng blotting paper. Hindi masyadong marami yan. Dito marami. Nakita nyo ba? I suggest bonin nyo pa rin yung inyong mga setting powder. Yan, mga compact powder. Just to do a retouch within the day. Kung malayuan, kunyari filming, okay siya. Maganda siyang tignan. Pero kapag lumapit ka and on actual, makikita mo talaga na hindi sinoke up ng skin mo yung foundation. Ayan, naghihiwalay siya sa mukha mo. As for the oxidation and the shade, okay naman siya. Hindi naman siya nag-oxidize sa akin. I don't really experience oxidation pagdating sa mga foundation. Siguro hindi acidic yung aking face. Yung iba kasi nag-oxidize daw to sa kanila badly. Ayan. So, parang 2 shades darker ang iniitim. Pero para sa akin, hindi naman. Parang hindi naman siya masyadong nagbago. To be honest, okay pa naman siya. Kahit medyo nagsisit down na siya dun sa aking T-zone, okay pa rin siya. I can go along the day with this kind of coverage, and I will get back to you guys for our last and final update. Down to our last and final update. Time check muna tayo. It is already 10 p.m., 10 o'clock in the evening. Yan, 10:14 to be exact. And it's been 10 hours since our application. So, 10 hours na ang nakalipas. Hindi ko na rin siya pinatagal kasi inaantok na rin ako. So, I need to wash this off. And yeah, do this final update. It's actually looking really nice. I mean, the coverage is still there. The foundation is still there. Like, there's no redness peeking through right here. Pero definitely, nagpipeek through na yung ating pimple marks. And few blemishes like the redness on my cheeks and the veins right here. So, medyo nagpipeek through na rin siya. And medyo naguhulas na yung ating foundation. Pero, healthy looking pa rin ang face. Pa rin yung face. Ang napansin ko dito is, as you go along the day, mas nagiging healthy looking siya. Kasi, midday, yung first update natin, as you saw, medyo nagsisit in siya sa aking skin. It reminds me so much of the Born This Way foundation. I mean, for a longer period of time, okay yung kanyang itsura. Like, tonight, okay naman siya. Mas maganda actually itsura nito kaysa doon sa ating first update. Parang, kailangan mo siyang bigyan ng time to melt down. Ito, it's sitting nice on my skin. It does not emphasize any of my dryness. And the coverage is pretty much there. It has a decent coverage. Actually, mas okay pa siya yan. Hindi pa masagwa tignan sa mukha. Ako siya nagustuhan upon application and dun sa ating first update, pero sa katagalan, mas nagiging okay siya. Pag lalo kang mas pinagpapawisan, lalo siyang nagbe-blend out sa skin mo. May mga foundation na gano'n. Experience also that sa ating Dream Satin Skin ng Maybelline. Definitely nagsisit through siya dun sa nose and all that. Pero as you go along the day, nagme-melt down siya and para siyang ina-absorb ng skin mo. So, yun. Siguro kasi halos pareho sila ng formulation, para siyang whipped foundation. It's not a mousse foundation, but it's like a whipped liquid foundation. Again, let's do the POS scoring system. P stands for price, A for application, W for wear test, and S is for shade range. For the price, I will give it a 4.5 out of 5. Kapresyo niya halos yung mga Wet n Wild and yung LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. Parang ganun yung kanyang presyo, nasa 500 to 550, 450 to 500. Parang ganun yung presyo niya. So, depende sa online seller na bibilan ninyo kasi this is only available sa online. So, hindi siya masyadong accessible, especially dun sa mga hindi masyadong nagde-dwell sa mga online shops. Pero sobrang available na siya ngayon. Halos lahat ng online reseller ng mga drugstore brands, meron na nitong foundation na to because this is not a new foundation anymore. For the application, wala naman din naging problema sa application. It applied really well both on the sponge and the brush. Yung ibang foundation, mas prefer ko yung sponge. Pero ito, okay rin siya dun sa brush. Kasi pag binuff mo siya using your buffer brush, okay din siya. Parang hindi naman nakikita yung mga streaks unlike the liquidy foundation that we usually have. Ang problema lang sa sponge, mas na-shear out, ayan. So, kung hindi kayo mahilig sa full coverage agad, or gusto nyo lang ng medium coverage, or gusto nyo tansyado nyo lang yung application, I suggest to use a sponge kasi mas kontrolado mo yung pag-apply, kaya mo siyang i-shear out. As for the brush, although it blends well with the brush, ayun, kung ano yung foundation na in-apply mo, yun na yun. So, you will get a fuller coverage when you use a brush. But, both sides, no problem at all. So, I will give it a 5 out of 5. For the wearability, I will give it a 3.5 out of 5. Hindi ako fan ng mga ganitong formulation ng foundation. Mas gusto ko yung liquidy kasi dahil nga meron akong dry skin, dry patches right here, and on this part, and on this part. Medyo na-emphasize niya yung aking dry patches, especially nung midday na. Ayan. Medyo weird itong foundation na to. Mahirap siyang i-scorean kasi mas maganda siya on the second half. Yung first update natin, to be honest, gusto ko na siyang tanggalin nun kasi ang halata na meron akong foundation, namumuo siya dito. Nakita nyo naman guys, nakikrease din siya. And yun, medyo pangit yung pagkaka-sit niya sa aking skin. Parang hindi sinoke up ng skin ko yung foundation. It just stayed there. Pero dun sa second half, napansin ko na paganda yung finish. I mean, it's looking really decent and mas okay yung finish niya ngayon. Hindi... wala na, parang inabsorb na siya ng skin. This is definitely a long-lasting foundation, but I prefer those foundation with a more liquid formula. Ayan. Ayoko nang masyadong heavy on the face, masyadong whipped. Kaya, mas prefer ko pa rin yung mga liquid formula. Pero, if you are a fan of this types of foundation, this coverage, and this application, I will assure you na magugustuhan niyo tong foundation na to. For the shade range, pasensya na guys, hindi ko na-research kung ilan yung shades available nitong Milani Conceal and Perfect. I will just leave the number of shades right here. I believe marami rin silang shader. Cater the morena skin tone to the fairer skin tone. I got 0 to a natural. And palagay ko mag-workout rin sa akin yung 01. So, hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ng mga mas mapuputi pa sa fair. Ayan. Hindi ako fair. I'm more on the light side. Yung fair talaga yung mga porcelain type. Hindi ko alam kung meron silang shade dito kasi number 202 na yung akin. And I think it matches me well. Pero palagay ko mapupull out ko rin yung 01. So, all in all, ang aking verdict dito sa foundation na to, I will give it a 4 out of 5 for its final score. It's a decent foundation. It is okay. Depende lang sa preference ninyo. Kasi ako preferred ko talaga yung mga melts in your skin, liquid types of foundation. Ito medyo midday, medyo gusto ko na talaga siyang tanggalin. Pero as I go along the day, okay din naman siya. Pero kasi you will spend a lot of your time, a lot of your midday sa office, yung nakikita ka ng tao and all that. Kaya medyo skeptical ako on using it sa mga panahong yun kasi definitely magme-melt out siya sa aking skin. Pero yeah, if you are more on the oilier side, siguro mas magme-melt or mas magme-mix in itong foundation sa inyo ng mas mabilis. So I suggest you try it out. It is a good foundation. It is not a fantastic foundation. It is not a holy grail status in my opinion for me. For me lang naman. Pero I think it is a decent foundation. And remember guys, na hindi siya tested ng may primer, hindi siya tested ng may foundation thinner, wala akong minix sa kanya. So siguro kung gagawin pa natin ng paraan, kung medyo imamagicin pa natin yan, i-enhance pa natin, tutulungan ng ibang products itong foundation, palagay ko mag-workout siya. So that is it for this video. I hope this was helpful guys. Don't forget to leave your comment below kung na-try nyo na tong foundation na to, ano yung experience nyo sa foundation, and yeah, share it to everybody. Thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to click the little bell button for notifications and subscribe if you haven't already. See you on my next video. Always remember, be beautiful, be you. Bye!